Hello, welcome to another installment of the FANHOME Batmobile build. And this one we're going to be working on kits 33 through 38. This should be a lot of the stuff. We're going to pick up where we left off on last time on the rear differential, but first I did get around to finally fixing the plug wires. Plug wires connect to these little connectors, and they don't tell you to add in glue to them, but add a little drop of glue to them. You can still pull them off and move them around where you to. I actually looked up instead of going through the magazines, I actually looked up the actual firing order for a 1957 Ford V8 with the rear distributor. So I just match it up that way. It's easier because they had it like installing the wires in different kits instead of going through all of them. I just looked up the actual firing order, which was much easier. And so those are all in place in the right placement. So we're going to start on kit number 33, which is the other leaf spring and shock for the rear axle. And we'll move this big boy up to the side for a moment. Bring out kit number 33. Oh, before we get into the kits, there was a free gift in this set. You get a 1966 Batman logo coffee mug. Is an actual, I was almost expecting either metal or plastic, but that's actually a pottery style mug. That is really nice. Wash it up, make some hot chocolate. Name withheld. Hello, everyone. Hello. And what's this over here? This is basically picking up exactly where we left off last time. Doing the opposite side. That's the rear shock. All right. So, one EM screw to use. Let's put this. We'll have two of those to use. Okay. Two EM screws, one up top, one on the bottom. And let's get our manual out. See, the lower side of the spring goes to the back, shorter to the front. You actually have actual real U-bolts, which is really cool. No, I'm sorry. One screw tonight on this here. This plate goes here. And one screw goes into the shock. We put the shock on before on. The puppies are not happy. I got the baby gate up, so my older two, they not to worry about the new puppy. She will eat everything in here. She will chew the boxes. She will try to steal the kits. And coffee is nasty. I do not like coffee. Do you have the McFarlane 66 Batmobile? I do not, but in it from, I do know people will have it. It's undersized. It doesn't really fit 6-inch figures. It fits Superpowers figures. Great, the 5-inch figures. And so we got the, when I try to open that, I cannot open those anymore. We're going to use the nut driver that they supplied last time. Get her nut loaded up. My Casey's growling at me and let her in here. These two in here, and I'll let her in here. She is fine. The puppy's the one I gotta worry about. That's probably why she's upset. She's out there with the puppy. Alright, they're in here with me, so chaos may ensue. Yeah, as the puppy starts eating the box, the FANHOME sets come in immediately. All right, that does it for set number 33. Sorry for the interruption there. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I let the puppy in. She's going to go chewing on things. That is set number 33. Number 34. Alright, we're going to start installing the hardware to mount this to the frame. Still working on the axle and leaf springs. We got leaf spring hanger left and right, rear hanger, shackle pins, nuts, shock absorber spring, shackle outer, and we got EM screws and AJM screws. Okay. Kit number 34. Now we'll turn the background music up. Let's try to. I think there's going to be a bark off here in a minute. Okay, 34 A and B. 34 A. And these are the AJM screws. These are longer. Back out here. This upside down here. Come on. I don't want to get started through the hole. Now, There we go. This is annoying. Super long screw. You gotta get threaded through here. Two of them. There we go. First one in. Now, let's get the other one going. Hopefully the second one won't be so bad to get started. Sorry, I got arthritis in my hands. All right. Steps 1 and 2 done on kit number 34. Now we're going to do the rear shackles. 34C, 34D. Flip her over. These parts here, install like so. U-bolt in. And U-bolt goes through. There we go. Now we take backing plate, goes over top there. You got the nuts. We'll use that nut driver on. Where you can see what I'm doing. Tighten these nuts up. And that's where that side done. Now repeat the other side. Springs to go on the shocks here in a moment. Here, I think last step will be mounting this to the chassis, and that way we can tighten down the U-bolts on. There we go. Okay. Tighten up the shock. Now we got these springs. They'll slide onto the shocks. And unfortunately, they didn't give us the rear wheels in this kit, which would have been nice. These little springs here slide on the ends of the shock. That way we could have a rolling chassis. So hopefully they come in the next batch of kits. Okay. chassis. Where'd you go? We got the rear mounts, and we get the EM screws in the front. Do EMs in the front and EMs in the back. That's these. Roll this on its side and get the front screws in. It says to start with the front, but where it's fully assembled front engine, that's a little tricky. I think it's rather just do it this way, and you don't really have a good way to lay it down flat once you got the engine. Get caught up on the comments in a minute, guys. Prop this front end up so don't hurt the engine when it's upside down. There we go. Now this, if you've got Mego figures, this will scale of Migos, which cool. Beast Kingdom just recently, like they're doing almost every live action Batman except for 66. It'd be cool if they would do a 66 Batman, because Beast Kingdom has actually won a scale, which is the same as the Batmobile. Seems like it needs to be a little tighter. Okay. Now we flip her back over, get the back two screws a little tighter. Now I got the front end. I didn't want to tighten those down until the front pieces in. Drop the center cap. Find it later. Now I've got everything on here. Torque down the U-bolts and shock screws. That screw is not wanting to tighten. Scrap that one. Grab a fresh one. There we go. Now we flip everything back over. Prop the front end back up. Grab our nut driver. And we're going to tighten these down. Tighten these down all the way so they can have movement when installed. Tight. These down. All right. That is our rear suspension mounted. Let's move on to kit number 35. We're going to bounce up back toward the front of the car. We're doing the steering gear housing top, steering selector gear, worm gear, steering gear housing bottom, steering shaft, universal joint, and screws. Okay, so we're going to building the steering box. It'll mount back here. And let's put the gear, all this together. And we got Crap Cow Mafia. Can't wait to see you how it's built. Personal favorite Batmobile. Alrighty. I guess we're going to move these back to the side until I get the steering gear built. 5. This thing is so big. Z screws, AM screws. Alrighty. In like so. This goes here. This goes here. And you slide this over. Butterfingers. Well, that seems a lot easier just to put it in this and put the other piece on. That seems weird. And they have you use the back piece first, that's what I was going by. Then put the one with the shaft, the brass shaft goes into. Actually, I feel like you should reverse that because it slides right in there. Then it holds everything in place. Then you just put that on. That seems a lot easier. No. Need some AM screws. see. One more down here. That should move. Something's not right. Back in. This pops out. Did it not actually function? Oh, it was a functional gear where it's designed, you would think it would be. Unless there's something wrong. Alright, so we're going to put the universal joint in that uses the ZM screws. Put these to the side. We'll need those momentarily. They bolted to the chassis. We're going to put the universal joint in first. That goes in. So, the screwdriver. Okay. Put two more ZM screws here. Wider side, okay. There's a wide side and a narrow side. The wide side goes on here. One extra screw. Okay. Functional U-joint. Spins and moves as it should. We're going to bring in, these are AM screws we need in a moment. Bring in the chassis, but we got to flip it around. This mounts right here. Go. Oh, are you kidding me? I just sheared that one off. Well, crud. It's getting there tight, but I am. Drop a glue on there. I'm just going to glue that head of that screw right there to make it look like the screw is in there. There's no way to get that thing out there. Oopsie. I applied a little bit too much toward it. There's that. And we gotta put one more AM screw in the bottom. I'll try not to torque it that much this time. Oh crap! I'm sitting that on the engine on the. It is definitely an awkward build. So you gotta put the pitman arm on top of that steering gear. Actually, I'm just going to take the screw out of that pitman arm. Make things a lot easier. Come on. Turn back to the manual. Okay, the pitman arm set in out a little bit. Come on. Okay, this is getting annoying. Let me grab a pair of pliers. I'll be right back. This is not wanting to turn. Something's wrong with how this is assembled. Follow the directions. Alright. Let's take this back apart. I got extra screws, but where this screw broke here, I can't get it out. The head just snapped. And problem is right now, the steering gear is not wanting to engage. Right there. This should move. But once it goes in here, it's like it's stuck. This should twist these, work on this threads here. So when the pitman arm goes on, it should turn, but it's not wanting to turn. Strange. It's like the gears are not meshing up properly. Try this one more time. So this has got to work, or the steering won't work. What is going on? This should, when this twists, there, is it moving? Oh, looky, it's working now. I don't know what I did differently, but it's working. Be careful with the screw. Yeah. All right, we got a moving, working gear now. Hey. I'm just going to put the screw in the pitman arm. While it's here. Keep from fighting it when I'm. All right. this can go back in here. Sucks I don't have 2 screws holding this in now. But I over torqued it and snapped it. Alright. Now we got that. Now we're cooking with gas. Now I can need to prop the front up so I don't squash the top of the motor. That's why I really wish they let us, when you build this thing, they start with the chassis. Wheel straight. Now we twist the steering gear until that pivot arm lines up properly. Where's the screw I took out? That's not it. That's it. Success. Whew, that was a tough one. I wasn't expecting that to be that rough, but and I found a center cap I lost. I'd like to glue those in, but you really need those, be able to detach those because you can adjust the tightness on the hubs. But we got a nice roller up front, suspension on the back. We got working steering. So we twist this. Hey, that is super tight. Okay, we got it going. Now on to kit number 36. We're installing the drive shaft. Looks like we got the front drive shaft, front A and B, universal joints, center support bearing, drive shaft bearing, rear drive shaft, and screws. We got 12 screws. Okay, first step, we'll set the kit to this, set this to the side. and put the drive shaft together first. That's kit number 36. 37, 38 should be pretty easy. Those are 4 pins. So we should be in the home stretch now. That's just should be straightforward, but I thought the other one was supposed to be too. So we'll see. But I just jinxed myself. Put some magnifiers on. That helps a lot. All right. Come on, screw. Stay in your home. Loosen just a little bit. There we go. Now, 2-piece drive shafts are terrible in real life. They don't you lose a lot of power and they're weak. So that's a long freaking drive shaft. Interesting. So we put their last U-joint here. We'll go to the front, towards the front, and the transmission. This is going to be fun to install. Definitely recommend magnifiers with a light. I'm using these right now so you can see the screw holes on the U-joints. All right, this is together. So now we do install into the chassis. Next step, yep. We'll put oh, thank goodness I got that the right way. All right. Bring this back over here. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. twist this one. One last screw and we're done with this stage 35. Sorry, 36. All right. Done. See what's a two-piece drive shaft, because the way this works, it needed a universal joint back here. It's a bad chassis design. Okay, now we are on it. This is a big piece. This is a floor pan. And we're going to be putting a large chunk on. All CM screws go in from the top, so this should be pretty easy, just a lot of screws. And that's what we're going to end up with. Side. This is a big old piece here. It is all metal too. There we go. Boom. In like flint. Well, I just need to quick give up trying to open these things up by hand. I'm going to quickly go in, just start them all, then I'll go back and tighten them all up. So there looks like our speaker is going to go here, and there's this power switch here. We'll have lights and sound when it's all done. And again, I have to thank FANHOME for sending this set to me. And and definitely be careful about not over torquing these little screws like I did with the steering gear. Steering box. I can tend to quote my friend Dom, Hulk Smash. That's all for this one, and we're going to the last stage of the night. So we got that in. That sits right there. Okay, got stage 38. Will be the seat pan. And it looks like a battery tray too. More CM screws. Okay. Kit number 38. I don't think this one is metal. Like this whole pan here is die cast. We got AP screws and CM screws. Well, I bet the AP screws are for the axle bearing. Yeah, that goes right there. Cool. I like it. I love it when the plan comes together. big giant hands out of the frame. This a few more on this side. Then we'll flip over, put in the axle bearing screws, and we're done for the night. Not sorry, axle bearing, the drive shaft center bearing. Two more on the top. One screw left up here. We'll get the drive shaft center bearing attached. See how heavy this sucker is with this floor pan. This thing's going to be heavy when it's all built. Heavy duty. All right. Now, oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, no. Yes. I was worried I was going to have to, when I put the floor pan in, like the axle bearing got skew the carrier. And I was worried I was going to have to loosen the floor pan up to get that in there. But when in doubt, force it. What's my favorite on-screen Batmobile? The Keaton. I love the Keaton Batmobile. This one was my childhood one, originally my childhood favorite. Then the Keaton Batmobile. All right, that one's bearings installed. We got the floor pan. That sucker is hefty. So that whole floor pan is die cast. Seat pan is plastic here. We'll have a speaker here, power switch. Hopefully next kits we'll get the rear wheels, that way you got a roller. And that is the build for tonight. And man, look at how big this sucker is. We got focus camera. And got the going all the way to the front. Keeps on going, and the rear. This thing is ginormous. And again, the hub is one to fall out. That is driving me nuts. So these just friction in, and it's not. Let's stay. Don't want to glue it. May end up putting some sticky tack in the hubs. I don't want to glue these because you got a screw that's in here, and that just like how tight your wheels are. And I would imagine over time too, that could loosen up. You want to adjust that. So I don't want to glue these. I'm thinking some sticky tack to hold the center caps. It's going to be necessary. See, it just will not snap in. It just very loosely fits. Alrighty. Everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out, hanging out with me while I struggled with the gearbox. That's the main thing I struggled with tonight. That was the real chore. But anyway, we have the Whip It Thursday this week. So we'll be back on with the rest of the guys on Thursday. And thank you again for FANHOME for sending me these sets. This has been a fun build. And we'll catch y'all next time. Have a good evening, guys.